One stock I'm buying March 2019 edition. Welcome in, guys. Yes, this is the usual series, which is 3 stocks I'm buying. However, this month it is only 1 stock I'm buying, okay? We'll kind of go through why it's only 1 stock here in just a minute. But let's keep in mind, I could either have lied to you guys and just made up 2 other stocks that I really wasn't planning on buying, or I could just honestly tell the truth and be like, there's 1 stock I plan on buying. This is the only stock as of right now that I'm like, I have to buy the stock of this upcoming month. There's no other 2 other stocks out there that I'm like, I've got to buy those stocks this upcoming month in March 2019. So I'm like, we can still do the video, but it's just going to be 1 stock today, guys. There's some reasons why it is only 1 stock in March of 2019, okay? And why it's not 3 stocks like most months, all right? And there are a few different reasons. One is the markets are near all-time highs once again. I think the Dow's somewhere around 26,000. That's right around its all-time high. S&P 500's near its all-time high. NASDAQ's getting pretty close as well. So being that the markets are at all-time highs, there just aren't as many good deals out there as there were just a few months ago or something like that. So which means the valuations are up substantially on a lot of these stocks. Like a lot of stocks have gone up 20, 30, some even 40% just since 2019 has started, okay? So meaning there's flat out not as many good deals out there, guys. That's just being the truth, okay? Number 2, I invested an insane amount of money from September to December while the markets were dipping. I put more money in the market than I've ever put at any point in my life that I can ever remember. So I was just investing like a crazy man in those months, buying every single dip, and especially in December when the market was just going down and down and down, I would put 5,000, 10,000 in accounts, and this was like on a regular period. So I invested a ridiculous amount of money basically in 2018, and especially at the back half of 2018. So meaning that I'm very happy with the shares I purchased during those months, and now most of those shares are up substantially, and it's just kind of like probably it doesn't make as much sense to buy even heavier here. Number 3, 2019 in general for me personally is kind of a cash stack year where I'm just trying to add the most amount of cash I've ever had. Usually most of my wealth is tied towards stocks, and in particular like 10 stocks in particular, right? And that's still the case, but in 2019 it's just a year for me personally where I just want to add a lot of cash around, because I still think there's a pretty good chance that we could have a recession in 2020, and if that does come, guess what? Asset prices are going to be down substantially and whatnot. And keep in mind, if I knew there was a 100% probability, I would sell off all my current positions, which is, you know, most of my wealth is still tied up in stocks. So I'm not at that point, but at the same time, I want to hedge a bit. I want to have a lot of cash around in case something does happen. Hey, I'm already significantly invested in the market, but if I have a lot of cash around, I'm going to be able to take great advantage of that. And number 4, there are not that many great deals right now. Like when I just look at the stock market in general, most stocks out there, I look at a lot of stocks, I'm like, that's pretty decently undervalued. Oh yeah, that stock's a little undervalued and whatnot, but there aren't that many stocks that I'm looking at and I'm like, that's ridiculous it's trading at that price. Like in December timeframe, like there was stock after stock I was looking at and I'm like, that's ridiculous that it's trading there. This stock is insane value here, and that's why I was buying so heavily. Now when I just kind of look at most stocks out there, there just aren't that many great deals, guys. And that's honest truth on why there's only 1 stock this month. There aren't as many great deals. If there were a ton of smoking deals out there that I thought were so amazing, we would have 3 stocks, but it's just not that case. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, hope you enjoy the fact that I'm still doing this, even though it's only 1 stock. And let's get into this. Alrighty guys, the stock I am planning on buying in March 2019 and maybe even in future months, and I actually want to build this into one of my biggest positions. It's actually a really small company. The company's ticker symbol is ELF. It stands for Eyes, Lips, Face, Cosmetics. It's a cosmetics company. I know that sounds crazy. A small cosmetics company. Jeremy's buying a small cosmetics company. Why do I think I'm going to make a lot of money on this stock over time, okay? Well, right now it's a stock somewhere around $7.50 type range. It's got about a $380 million market cap. So once again, this is a very small company. This is actually the smallest company now I own. Pretty much far and away, I think the next smallest company I own is probably $1.5 billion or $2 billion type market cap. So this is like a tiny company as far as a public company, like 380 million market cap, not much. It's a company that was founded in 2004, and it's a company that just went public about 2 years ago or so, okay? So they haven't been in the public markets for that long. It was a hot stock at first when they first went public. Everything was looking great, and now it's a stock that is down. I mean, it was all the way up to it was like over $25 shortly after it went public, and now it's like a $7.50 stock that I think is severely undervalued, and I think it's going to grow a lot in the future. But it's not an old brand. It's not an old brand, not an old makeup brand, and it's certainly not like a brand new brand or something like that. It's kind of in that mid-tier, okay? They're a small brand, but they have big big potential. This brand has a lot of potential in my opinion, not just because of their great packaging, not just because they obviously haven't been around for that long, but I see a lot of US growth, United States growth for this company over time, okay? And for two reasons. The first is I think they're gonna get a lot more shelf space from their current retailers in the future. So right now you look at somewhere like a Target store. At a Target store, e.l.f. gets around 10 feet or so of basically space to put all their makeup products, plus sometimes they get end caps, all right? And then if we look at somewhere like Walmart, they only get about 4 feet of retail space for actually their makeup, okay? And this is a very affordable brand, and if it sells great in Target, and Target's willing to give them 10 plus feet of space, I think someone like a Walmart in the future will give them 8 or 10 feet as well. So I think shelf space, as far as retailers go, I think they're just gonna get a lot more shelf space as far as the spacing goes, which is gonna help their sell into those retailers as they get more and more space. You gotta fill up all those shelves. That helps obviously your sell into those retailers, but it also helps your sell through to customers when you get a bigger position in the makeup area instead of just this little space that's maybe 3 or 4 feet. All of a sudden you get an 8 or 10 feet space. Now all of a sudden if somebody's going down that makeup aisle, they see your products there much easier, okay? So it helps with the sell in and the sell through. Also, I see more retailers coming online. There are a lot of retailers right now that they might have test pilots going, or they might be in some of their stores, but they're not in quite all of the stores. Over the coming years, I see e.l.f. as being a potential of pretty much anybody that sells makeup in 3 or 5 years. I can definitely see, most retailers out there selling products because they sell so well. They're very affordable. So if you're a Walgreens, a CVS, if you're, the food stores, a Smith's or Albertsons or those type of stores, right? Kroger. Over time, I think e.l.f.'s going to end up in all these retailers, and I think they'll have pretty good shelf space in those type of stores, okay? So US growth, they have a lot more there in my opinion. Worldwide growth, their expansion there has hardly been tapped as far as the worldwide markets. If you think about e.l.f. long term, where's the majority of their revenues and profits probably going to come from, let's say in 10 years from now versus today? More than likely it's going to come from worldwide because you just have a way bigger base to kind of sell your products off of, especially if you're talking about more affordable products. Worldwide has a great opportunity. It's hardly been touched by e.l.f. They get a very small amount of their revenue from worldwide versus US growth. So I think worldwide is a huge expansion opportunity in the future years, okay? Also, they focus on affordable quality products, all right? These aren't just like cheap products. Like these get great reviews. Like I've watched a ridiculous amount of like makeup YouTubers and whatnot, and they have a lot of great things to say about the quality of their products, but they're also very affordable compared to most traditional companies that sell in the makeup space. This is very important for two reasons. First, they can go after the masses. If you have affordable makeup, let's say you have very, very high price makeup, okay, an Estee Lauder or something like that, right? You're going after a very niche market there because maybe only 5 to 10% of people can actually afford something like that. Then you're also competing against everybody else, and maybe those 5 to 10% of the population, maybe they don't even want to buy your products, they buy somewhere else, or they don't buy them in general, right? When you have affordable products, you're basically having the potential to sell into 100% of the market because basically everybody can afford that product, okay? That's the first reason. Reason number two is this is a great company, in my opinion, in the next recession. Whenever we have the next recession down the road, right? People don't stop wearing makeup in a recession, but guess what does happen? A lot of people start trading down. So if somebody was paying, I don't know, $50 for some concealer or primer or whatever, right? In the past when economic times were good and they had a great job and things like that, right? All of a sudden a recession happens, they lose that job. They don't stop wearing makeup. They just switch to something much more affordable. And guess whose products are known for affordable and good quality? e.l.f.'s products are known for affordable and good quality, okay? So I think that's a very, very good thing, and that's another huge reason why I'm bullish on this company, and I think I'm gonna do great long term, is even in the next recession, I don't think this company's gonna be hurt. Not only do I not think they're gonna be hurt, I think they're gonna be helped in a massive way the next time we have a recession, okay? Currently, this company's paying 10% tariffs, and obviously that hurts profitability in a major way. They've raised some of their prices, but if the trade deal comes, those 10% tariffs come off, e.l.f.'s not going to magically go and lower all their prices. They're going to stay the same prices, okay? But guess what? All of a sudden they don't have to pay that 10% tariff, and that money's going to go straight down the net income. And so all of a sudden the company gets a lot more profitable if and when these tariffs get taken off, which we've heard, a lot of talk that a trade deal could be coming sometime soon within the next month or two. to. If that happens, that's a great thing for e.l.f. Cosmetics, okay? A great, great thing. Another reason why I'm super excited about this investment, because that money is going to go to that bottom line if those tariffs end up getting taken off, which they probably will next time a trade deal comes. The CEO and shareholders definitely align. The CEO is a big shareholder of the company. His benefits package is very tied now in this point in time. His benefits package is very tied to how the stock price does over the coming years. And he's got some very out there type target prices he's going to have to hit if he wants to get big, huge bonuses, okay? So the CEO's compensation for the most part is going to be tied toward getting the stock up substantially in years, getting this business turnaround, and getting the stock back to a $20 stock again, or a $25 stock, or maybe into the 30 range or something like that, right? So I love when a CEO's compensation package basically aligns with the shareholders. Like, I'm all for that, okay? And just the way he was talking on the conference call, like, he's very aligned with the shareholders in my personal opinion, okay? Also, they're very focused on small creators for their marketing, which I think is a very big thing, whether it be YouTube, smaller like makeup channels and things like that, or whether it be on Instagram. A lot of these people might not necessarily have millions and millions of followers or something, but a lot of these people have thousands of followers or tens of thousands of followers or maybe a couple 100,000 followers and people that follow them very closely. And if these people are talking about your products, guess what? And especially when they usually talk good about your products, because a lot of people actually like e.l.f.'s products. It's not like they're just, saying it's bad products or something like that. A lot of them absolutely love e.l.f.'s products and they love how affordable the products are. That's a great thing. So a lot of these creators, they put out these videos that get thousands of views or tens of thousands, or Instagram clips that do the same, right? And it's great marketing for the company, and you can do it in a much more affordable way than, let's say, hiring a huge name celebrity. The huge name celebrity, yeah, you could go film fancy commercials that also cost a fortune and things like that, but you can actually get a lot more bang for your buck right now, in my opinion, by working with small creators. That's absolutely a smart idea, and they talked a lot about that on the conference call. I think that's big. And lastly, they're shutting down their stores. This was something that was losing the company money. Not only was it losing the company money, but it was also taking management's attention away from, expanding the business in other ways, online marketing and things like that. All of a sudden you stop losing money there. That's more money to go to profitability, or basically just more money you can spend on marketing for your online sales channels, or for retailers expansion and things like that. And you get management much more focused on that rather than the stores, which at the end of the day, the stores were cool for branding and whatnot, but at the end of the day, those stores were losing the company money, and there's much more bang for their buck they could get by putting that money into small creators and things like that for marketing their products rather than for their own actual physical retail stores. And wages have been going up and up and up for physical stores and whatnot, right? And that was just killing profitability, and that's why they were losing money on their actual physical stores. So if I look at e.l.f. as a total, I think I'm going to do very well on this investment over time. One of the most exciting things, though, is right down here. I think this is a company, whenever we do have the next recession, they will thrive in the next recession. Not only will they not be hurt, their business, in my opinion, will actually pick up a lot. So it's a beautiful hedge on top of, just being excited about the brand. And I think I'll do great on this investment long term. So I should be definitely buying the stock in March of 2019, and I should be buying the stock maybe even for months to come in the future. Anything under 10 bucks is really where I'm buying. Anything under 8, I'm very interested in, and even all the way up to about 10, that's what I'm willing to pay for the company overall, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, hit a thumbs up if you did. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.